lot of government customers are embracing the cloud more willingly now than in the past. In the past, the technology was not as mature for government customers. Government customers started moving more towards the email as a service type of migrations, and they have had a lot of positive results in that area, and that gave them a lot of confidence. So now they're at a pivotal point where they're willing to take the cloud journey in other areas in enterprise applications, infrastructure, and software as a service models, and that actually is putting them in a very good position to embrace the cloud. FedRAMP, as you know, has provided a basic or a minimum set of standards that the cloud service providers need to comply with. And that actually is a huge thing, because previously each of the agencies, they had to go through their own due diligence to ensure that the basic qualifications were met. And now with the FedRAMP, the ATO or the JAB process being put in place, and the cloud service providers going through that, it has given them that amount of confidence that, okay, I have now a baseline to start with. I don't need to kind of do every little bit of groundwork that needs to be done and worry about imposing the security postures in place. Being able to share that knowledge between agencies, between the departments is going to be a huge thing, because now there is going to be more innovation, there is going to be more reason for adoption, and that kind of, the possibilities are endless. Sometimes some of the agencies, they know what applications they want to move, and sometimes they are like, I don't know what I can move, whether this application makes sense or not. Applications that are lower in risk, that require more kind of visibility into the public, those are the types of applications I would move first. Take a phased approach. Identify the applications that are low-hanging, low risk, move them first. Then kind of get to the next one. Is there any kind of replatforming or consolidation that can be done behind the scenes need to be taken into account? The customers need to take quite a few steps to make sure that their journey into the cloud is successful. One is being able to identify what they want to move into cloud, build the business case for that, have a technical approach, have the critical stakeholders be on board, and then eventually plan for the migration. Getting the stakeholders on board is very challenging, because there's no single approach that fits the model kind of thing. You have to be adaptable. The first and foremost is having the leadership on board, having their buy-in, their sponsorship is going to be very critical. The second stage of that is the system owners being convinced, and the system owners need to identify the applications that need to move into the cloud. Lastly, the system users, getting everybody on board, communicating at every step, and ensuring that there is buy-in at every level of the organization is very critical for success.